Share your commitment online. This is something that can be easily self-promoted by sharing and have the snowball effect throughout the state.
If we do well on this, and in the month of April we have this unprecedented groundswell of the acts of service, kindness, and honor, you'll have had a distinct impact on that.
Today we are honored to welcome the Oklahoma City National Memorial Museum to the Nasdaq Market site in Times Square, New York, as we get set to ring today's opening bell.
Nick Cornett, the Mayor of the City of Oklahoma City, does hereby proclaim the month of April 2015 as Oklahoma Standard Month in Oklahoma City.
The beginning of the Oklahoma Standard campaign, it's a campaign we started to make sure we are teaching this story to the future generations. Part of that campaign is to adorn the fire and police vehicles with "We Will Never Forget."
We have young officers now that maybe were 1 or 2 years old that we're hiring that really don't know what the meaning of that sticker is, what the meaning of this saying is, "We will never forget."
I think this is an opportunity for us to mentor those personnel and tell them and let them see what it actually means.
It's been incredible just to see the community and how they've responded and how excited they are to recognize, honor, and then make April such a special month, obviously with the anniversary coming up, but also a month to recognize how Oklahomans live and how important it is going forward.
When I saw it, I thought, oh, that seems like such a simple thing to be involved with, and I really liked the idea of Oklahomans standing together to remember what makes our community close-knit and special.
I think number one thing with our players is they have a really good appreciation and understanding of the heritage of the city. I think this month really helps connect the dots a little bit more in regards to how well they're supported and why.
We come here this morning to note the 20th anniversary of the bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah building in Oklahoma City. You know, we are going to applaud. We know that is insufficient.
The Oklahoma House of Representatives sends its heartfelt remembrances to the families, friends, and neighbors of the 168 people killed in the terrorist bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City.
Well, when they took the cover off, I almost cried. I almost had a few tears come up. It was nice to see it come to fruition.
Let's don't forget why we're here. The Wind and Fire guys are first responders, and I know several of you clubs out there were, and we honor every one of you, and we presented a wreath today to the memorial.
You are a shining example of the Oklahoma Standard for being here today.
So we work very hard together to try and bring the case, but also to work with the victims and the survivors.
You know, I give credit to both the prosecution and the defense. Both were extremely efficient in Oklahoma City in presenting their information, presenting their evidence.
It is very, very special to see so many of you come today to reunite with one another, enjoy being able to share stories, reconnect, and go forward with us during this 20th anniversary.
We remember those who were killed in the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. U.S. Secret Service.
Remember our family and friends with the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Alan H.
We remember those
Clarence,
with the U.S.
Eugene,
Customs.
Wilson, Sr.
You freely embraced the choices of a mind and a heart that is blessed. It has been magnificent to behold. All I ask is that you never forget that you made the right choice. God bless you.
The healing that justice brought to our community became very clear. It's important that we bring attention to the work of the entire justice team, so it is fitting to honor them with this year's Reflection of Hope Award.
The story of the bombing in Oklahoma City is in some way the story of our country's struggle to balance security and liberty. I think there is no better memorial to the victims of the bombing than to provoke and maintain this fundamental conversation about how to have both. And I want to thank you for letting me and my colleagues be part of it.
Go get them, Oklahoma City! Take that Oklahoma Standard with you today. So much passion, and emotion.
Well, it is a run to remember, so, you know, as you keep going, you always think about the folks that couldn't be here today.
We haven't forgotten. That's the main thing. We're remembering.
Go! We run to remember here in Oklahoma City. We will never forget